What's going on out there? LTK, what did we do? We embarrassed ourselves at Blade Show West. What? I bought a lot of knives. It's like 10, 20, 30. Oh, shit. Okay, so hold on. Hold on to your socks, boys, because it's coming at you, and it's coming at you strong. I hope those things don't fall off the table. I'm telling you. Okay. What else? Come on, man. Signed by the master himself. I am the master. And you are an owner of an amphibian Ramlock SC Signature Series fluted carbon fiber DLC. And you know, all that carbon fiber and all the Fluty 2D Signature Series, whoops, it ain't no $300 there, boss. Nope, she's costing us some money. Yeah, shit. It's like, what? Yeah, and when I saw, because I bought two of these and a Daytona OTF, right? An Ultratech Daytona, which the Daytona is over with Sean now, so that's already gone, not even on this video. And my second amphibian gone up to Tony in up in Jacksonville area. So, and he's already shown it on his Instagram, like he's the boss, and he is the boss because he's got an amphibian in carbon fiber and stuff. But these were like $480, something like that, right? So Signature Series me, baby. But Ramlock, you know you want one. When I saw them, I thought, whoa. But I was happy. I could have taken just like a OD Green, G10, blah, 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 Stonewash Blade, whatever. But no, this is all they had, and they didn't have that many. He goes, I go, well, what do you got behind, you know, how many you got in stock? He goes, you're looking at, in the case, this is all we got. You got this one and then the serrated one. I'm going, okay, I'll take two of these, you know. And I don't think he had many, so he was gone out of stock on these, like pronto mundo. Thank God I got in there when I got in there. But the amphibian, baby, Ramlock, tasty, very tasty. Oh, then I went to go see Devo, Lefty Louie, Lefty the Devo man, with Maison Colombier in his booth. Okay, hold on. So, this is the nip and tuck. He said, with that gut of yours, you need a nip for sure. A nip. I said, I'm going to have a nip when I get to the bar, damn it. Double black, carbon fiber, belt set, S90V, S90V. What's that to me? I'll tell you right now. Here's what it is. The nip. Look at that. Carbon fiber. At the show, you can go. Yeah, okay. There she be. Looks like a hollow ground S90V blade. The nip. Really small little knife, right? Light. Cool. I'll be doing a video on whatever these knives are. Which means I got about 25 videos to do, I guess. If I do one on every one of these crazy things that flew in here or that I grabbed off tables and bought. And there it is. So what do you think? Yeah. I got the Growler 2 around here. I still haven't put it on my channel. But there you go. I never did get a stout. I have to go back and find a stout, you know, the full on with the fat carbon and stuff. But I do have the Growler 2. I did have the Growler 1, and then I like the Growler 2 better, and then this nip is really good. So there's the nip, right? So what do you think about that? Then where'd I go? Oh, well, let's go back to CRKT, because at CRKT I did get the Redemption, but this one I can't remember the name of, and it is the Colby. Now, this is kind of interesting. Oh, it's on the end of the box. Durr. No, it isn't. It's 7540. It's the Kalbi, K-A-L-B-I. It's a Jeff Park, which, of course, he did Crossbones. And, of course, does this not look a little bit like the Crossbones? Yeah, it does. And to me, this reminds me, yes, the Crossbones, but also a little bit of the Richard Rogers CEO. It's kind of like they had a baby and this is what you got, okay? And you know, I cannot remember the blade steel, but I don't think it's 8CR. Do they say? No, I don't see it on here. But you can look it up on the CRKT website. It may be, I think it's 12C. I think it's 12C, right off the top of my head, but I'm not sure. Okay. So what do you think? I like this. I mean, this doesn't cost much. This is one of their cheapy, you know. But I mean, I mean, nice, slender, super lightweight, good looking, you know. And I think this was the last one. Of course, this was like day 2, which was the last day because it was only Friday and Saturday. And I decided to, yeah, I said, I'm going to do this because I'm going to get the Bombo. Mbombo. Mbombo. Okay, hold on. So let's go Mbombo. Mbombo. Here it is. Got this and had Daryl Caston sign it to LTK, all that kind of stuff. And here's what it says. Caston. Mbombo. And here it is, this little dealie. Damascus, titanium, limited edition of 500. Okay. With the zipper pouch and all that goodie. So I thought it was way cool. And there it is. Just say no. You cannot say no. Not to this one. Not to this one. Ooh, it does feel fairly light. I thought it was like going to be steel handle, all that, but no, they went high class on this one. And then you can get the Minimal X, which is a little one of this, only it's just regular blade, and that may be the 12C, I don't know, blade, but small version of this, and steel handle is like $59 or something retail. But this one was, I think, $175, something like that. And looks like a titanium pocket clip, etc. I'll be doing a review on this one. But yeah, I mean, that's just crazy, but that's Daryl Caston. He does all kinds of way cool ass stuff. And speaking of all kinds of way cool ass stuff, yeah, I got these two from him too. The Ultim, the OTF Ulti. And I can't remember, hold on, because there is method to his madness, and now I gotta see. Okay, I think this is called the Katana O on this one. And this one's the Zulu. Well, it is the Zulu because it says Zulu. Okay. So, he had Zulus in Ultim. But you know what? It was Ultim on top. And then the silver titanium or silver aluminum on the bottom. And so I didn't really want to do half and half like that. So I bought this one. Okay. And so this is what this is with an M390 blade. And of course, D Rocket Designs. Of course, is how, you probably know him. D Rocket Designs. Had his own table. But then, of course, then there was these knives that he did with CRKT as well. So I like this. I thought this was pretty good looking with the gold and the silver, but it was all aluminum. And I had plenty of Ultim in my feed bag already. So this, yes, way cool. Not too big, not too small, but a Daryl Caston, okay? Now, we just keep rocking, don't we? And then I was just looking over his table, but he had sold a bunch of stuff, right? And so it's like, what else can I spend my crazy, foolish money on? And it was this, okay? And guess what? You know what? I haven't opened this. Does anybody got a knife so I can open? Okay, come here. Crazy bastard. Okay. So, did I get it past the C? Okay, yeah, I did. I guess this is an unboxing now. Shit. Whatever. But this is all kinds of crazy. Is this the Katana O? What best I could figure, that's what it is. And it is basically just a box cutter. I mean, he goes a very fancy box cutter in Ultim and M390. There's your pocket clip. And there it goes, right? And you could, where's my stop? There's a stop. And there's a stop. Super, super lightweight, nothing, right? But yes, this is this. So I really thought this was pretty snifty. He's got another one that hangs on a chain that's just a little, and the top kind of rotates around and stuff. You can look on his website. Yeah, but he didn't have one for sale at that time when I went to his table. So I'm waiting for them to be released, and I'm gonna have to get one of those because I thought that was just way ass cool. But okay, so I mean, between the Minimal X, the Mbombo from CRKT, and then the Katana O, and then what was this again? The Zulu. There's 4 models that are Daryl Caston. Okay, so there's that. I know we're getting taken up time, aren't we? Oh, and of course, the first thing I got when I walked in, because they had big, huge signs on Blade HQ booth, big, huge signs, like, of course. And you probably saw my face inside the cardboard stand up. It's like, ask me about my wiener, because we had the wiener knife. And there it is. And see, I thought this was a butter knife. I didn't notice, like, have you noticed right here? There is actually an edge. Okay, I didn't know it actually had an edge on it. I thought this was just spread mustard or something. No, this has actually got an edge, and it's D2, okay? So, and I got all the wiener knife accessories that went with it, and I think they're floating around somewhere around here. But that's it, the wiener knife. I know, you got to shake your head, go, God. Dude, you need some serious therapy. I know I do. I know, I just don't have time for the therapy, okay? So, climb off. Oh. Then I saw my buddy, David's son, at, this is the Terramundi. This is beyond EDC, right? So that's David Kizer. David's son, he used to work for Kizer, so everything equates to guy. But then he was with Wii Knives for a little bit. But I mean, this is what he's been doing for the last several years, is Beyond EDC, which he owns, I guess. And so the Beyond EDC has the Terramundi line, which is the high end, okay? Or the next to the highest end, one or the other. And so this is called the warning button, okay? But this is Pinkerton design as well, okay? So I got this from him because I thought this was way cool. And this is right here. I mean, this is your actuator, right? Okay. This is the first I've had it out since I bought it at the show. And that's how crazy everything's been since I've been back. But you can go right or left hand on the titanium pocket clip. There's your standoffs. That there is, I just thought it was a pretty cool looking design overall. And there were a couple of different knives at the show that had this, you know, the button actuated on the pivot, and I just, wow. So there it is. See, I mean, boom, boom, whatever. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Like a fool. Okay, next. Oh, well, should we? This can make everything else kind of anticlimactic, but American Blade Works, ABW. Okay, American Blade Works. Just a really super nice guy. You know, makes them in, I think he's out of North Carolina. And I'm probably lying now. You know, I don't remember the whole thing. It's in my video, okay, on this. This is Magna Cut. This is Altum. This is their Model 1 V2, or V6. This is V6, version 6, okay? Model 1. Check this out. See those lines on the blade? Interesting, isn't it? Oh, you know, like Grimsmo kind of does on theirs, right? But this is supposedly at 64 Rockwell, okay? He watches this heat treat. He doesn't do it in shop anymore because he's increased his production from like 12 knives a year to like 200 knives a month. But yes, he has them heat treated somewhat locally. And yes, they test them and stuff. So 64 supposedly on the Magna Cut, and it was $1.99. Okay, so made in America, Altum, Magna Cut, 64 Rockwell, $1 underneath a $200 bill. So you know you don't have to pay $500, $600. And, you know, I'm sure his costs and overhead are down because he doesn't have 100 employees and this and that. But I'm just saying, if you're particular about your heat treat and you want something in 64 Magna Cut and this, and plus, it's a bargain. It's a freaking ass bargain. Not, you know, there's not 500 different ways to open it. It's not super drop shutty yet. I haven't even opened it up to look at what the hell's inside, which I will do when I do my review. But there you go, the Model 1 V6. Just really nice, really nice. Check out my video on that. American Blade Works, Model 1 V2, Altum, 64 Rockwell, Magna Cut. And speaking of Mr. Designs, Mr. And I did a video on them too, and some other pictures on my Instagram, this and that. And this is not the one that won Best Factory Folder. It is the other one they did called the D-Cipher. So they have a knife called the Cipher, which is a Tanto, and the drop point they call the D-Cipher. This is the Zero. It's the pivotless knife. How does it pivot if it doesn't have a pivot? Man, that's a secret. That's a secret. I can't reveal it to you except, oh yeah, it actually does have a pivot. It's just not visible from the front. So, button, button, button. Two guys, they've worked on this stuff. It looks like they check out their website, Mr.Mr.designs, because it looks like they got about 3 more that are in pre-production. They've got pictures of them, and they look really good. So the design works, obviously. And the D-Cipher, as opposed to the Tanto version, yes, I like. And I really need to kind of scoop that up here in the not too distant future. But I haven't even done anything on this yet. So let's get one foot in front of the other. But look at this. It's just square. It's like the Caston, right? Design in a way, right? I mean, here you go. Right? Amen, brother. Something about that perfect rectangle with a buried blade in it that just is attractive to me. And you know what I was telling him? Tell me a reason why this shouldn't be right and left hand. All you would have had to do is, right, machine this out. But, you know, in a way, no, because see how this comes across? This. So there's this part, and I haven't disassembled it. So yes, I guess I don't understand it as much as I will later, but see, so, okay, so it's right hand only. Little button stick there, but it drops, okay? Best Tech is the OEM on these, but they won an award for the D cipher, so check them out. Not terribly expensive either, right? We've got a lot more to go. Okay. Oh, and then I went to Rosecraft. Yes, I did. I went to Rosecraft. So let's talk Rosecraft. First of all, let's talk the big banger boy. This is the M11. So this, they were talking about, like, we were trying to make them to where they're worthy of first responder full banger duty. You know, like roughy tufty first responders could use these. So that's what this is. The M11, it's steel, it's G10. These are really inexpensive. Tip up, tip down, right, left, okay? Tip up, tip down, right, left. Deep carry pocket clip, you know, tapered screws so they're flat. Get in and out of the pocket. Big tufty, roughy lock up on it. Tanto blade. You know, and so this is not a lightweight, you know, little gent carry. Now, this is more get after it. But these are really inexpensive. They're really inexpensive, okay? So that's the M11, okay? And I will be doing a video on that at some point in time, okay? So let's put that baby back in the box because it'll be coming back out for a camera shot here in the not too distant future. And then this one is the JOKA, okay? So, and because I thought, I mean, I was just kind of picking designs that I thought looked intriguing. And here we go with the rectangle again. Apparently, I really dig that. And the blade disappears in the handle. Only this is way less expensive than the Caston or the Mr.Mr. Okay. Yes, way less. But look at this. Nice little swedge runs down here. Kind of a spear point design. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, so this one, nice long blade, full-size knife, droppy, flipper, that kind of thing. Very simple, very inexpensive, right or left hand carry. So, I mean, you know, when your credit card's melting because you just burned it down over at freaking Microtech and CRKT and stuff, then you go to the Rosecraft table where you'd actually have pocket folding money and you don't need a bank loan. Rosecraft, okay? And last but not least from Rosecraft, which I have never done before, I have never tried out any of their slip joints. And I keep hearing that I'm missing out, that their slip joints are good, maybe the best part of Rosecraft, okay? And so Mr. Bossman Rosecraft, he and his wife, we met at a pub close to the hotel, just like a half block away. And Roseanne and I slid in there first night in town, so it was Wednesday night, and there they were sitting next to us at the bar, and I didn't know who they were. I didn't recognize them from when I saw them at Texas Blade. But then they overheard me jack John about somebody. It wasn't. I don't remember now. I was talking about somebody. It wasn't Marfio. It wasn't Microtech. It was some. I can't remember. But then they turned to me, and then they recognized me. In any case, so we talked, and drank. But here's this. And so this is an interesting one, is it not? This is a slip joint right here. And you know what? Let me see if I can tell you, and it's probably right on the box, right? The Ochoa River kayak. That's it. Whatever. But this is nice little red bone handle. You know, their fit and finish. I mean, I'm hearing that oh God, they got to stick the China sticker right on the blade, don't they? That's probably not what most people want. So get rid of that. Give it a toss. Okay. But no, okay. Now we're going to smear it all over. Okay, so we got that off. Now it looks way better. But it's a slippy. Walk and talk. The fit and finish looks pretty good. And these are really dirt cheap. They're really super inexpensive, okay? And are they even telling you it's D2? It's D2 steel, okay? So you get a D2 slip joint, bone, stainless, bolsters, nice liners, good and solid. Feels good. So I just thought I'd check this out. I'm going to spend some time with this knife and kind of see how I feel about it. But their other slip joint that's more radical looking than this even. But that one, Import Knife of the Year at Atlanta Blade. So, okay, they did win an award with their slip joints. Okay, so there's that. Now, that's Rosecraft, but I was at Kizer and they didn't even have, I don't even think they had an out of box for this one. I think this was the last one they had rolling around, but it was day 2 anyhow. So that's what this is, okay? The Kizer K, yeah, I've done a Kizer K before in several of their series, right? And they do drop shutty. I mean, they just really drop shut. They're fidget friendly. But I get that. I guess this is Azo. Yeah, it is Azo design. I keep thinking of the other one, the October. But this one, Kizer K, with the super polished Ultim scales. And I was so taken with it and that how clear it is to look through it. And Ultim is an interesting, it's PEI is what it's also called. And you can look it up because then they give you the poly, blah, 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 whatever it is, chemical makeup. And, somehow about 400 and something degrees when they, cook it up in the ovens. And it's highly, non-conductive, insulating factors, and also very corrosion resistant, blah, 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 everything. So it's supposed to be really good handle material, actually. And it's fetching, I think. So this is what I got from Kizer at the time, right? Because some of the other stuff that I really wanted, it wasn't available yet. So many of the people at Blade West were like, they had knives, especially Vosteed. You can buy it. You can't buy them. They were out there to show you. They were coming soon, but they weren't for sale. Okay, that drove me crazy there at Vosteed and also at Artisan, to tell you the truth. Okay, now I'm gonna end up with you. Whew, God, how long have we been doing this? Okay, went over and saw my buddy Dave at Protech, and he ducked behind the table, going, "Oh God, this loser! Get rid of him! Get rid of him!" And so I got a couple I want to show you that I got at Protech. Not the Malibu in purple. Oh my God. Okay. And with a pearl, pearl button, but the Magic 2. Okay. So let's look at the Malibu and the Magic 2, because they were both Blade Show like specials. Okay. So here's the Malibu in purple. And I go, okay, so they only made, I can't remember, 200 or whatever at the most, and they were numbered editions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get you. But I wanted, number 1. Is that too much to ask? Is it really? Especially since I got there kind of late. Yeah, it was too much to ask. So she goes, the lowest number I got is number 10. So, but she says, I've got some that are prototype. Now they run so many under the name prototype before they go into the numbered editions. So they run some, right? And so I just thought this was cool to be prototype, right? So this is Blade Show West 2023. Of course, it's Magna Cut at a 75 Rockwell. I'm kidding about the Rockwell. But then here's the button, the pearl button. And it's purple and it's coated Magna Cut. So this is what this is. Malibu me, baby. Malibu SS396. Factory Hearst. I'm just kidding. Okay, now here's the... I'd love to have a Malibu, actually. I mean, that kind of Malibu. Now, here's the whiskers. Or the Magic. Yeah, well, whiskers. It is it's Whisker. Is the name for the guy that designed the knife. Well, you'd have to do the research. I forget. I'm not even gonna get into that. But okay, so this is Magic Mike, right? This is how do you open this? I don't get it, So yeah, I get you. And this is a little awkward. That's why Sean was with me there. He's from Cape Coral, but he, like I said, he flew in from wherever he was doing tech work and shit. But he goes, I didn't buy it because it's just kind of awkward to kick this open. And it is a little awkward. And hold on. As I was saying, see, I'm going to be confused owning this knife, but push down, okay? But on the ass end here, because it doesn't work if you push down up here. Now the Magic one, or the first one, that was like, I think you pop the scale up. And this one, you push the scale down on the back. So, and to, of course, put the blade back, you push the scale down again. So, but this is a good size knife because this is 3.75 inch blade. So this is a bigger knife than the Magic. This is the Magic 2, okay? So that's what this is all about. Push it around, okay? When you get used to it, but still you're kind of gripping it back here and it's a little precarious. But law enforcement catches you with it, they'll go, well, it's just a show knife. It doesn't actually open, officer, but you think they'd believe you? But, yes, but if you know the trick, then you can get this. You don't want to have greasy hands because it might slip out of your hands because it's not like you got like if it was just to lift the scale a little bit, like some of those bolster Magic kind of that pop up, it's easier to hold on to it. This one, you're pushing down and pulling. Thank God for the pocket clip because it gives you something to grab onto when you kick it open. See, like that? So I just had to get one because I just thought it was so cool, and it's a good size knife. Big old mitts on there, no problem. And so that's the Magic 2, my friends. And guess what? That's all. Click out, take a breath, have a beer. Jeez, it's just a mess, okay? Hey, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, it was quite the trip to Blade West. And there's a bunch of knives there. There is a shite load of knives. And you know what we do. We love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.